Hi, and welcome to this collab I'm doing with Alex. I'm doing a How I Study as a Procrastinator video where I share with you 5 tips that have really helped me to focus on studying even though I tend to procrastinate a lot. And she's doing a similar video on her channel about how to stop procrastinating. So I'll link that in the description. I definitely recommend her channel in general. She does lifestyle videos and vlogs, and she's overall just a really nice person, and I'm glad she agreed to do this collab with me. So yeah, let's get on with the video. Alright, so we have 5 tips, and the first is to rephrase and simplify lessons. So whatever you're learning in whatever subject, you read through what it is you need to learn for the next test, or what it is you need to memorize, or whatever, and write it down in your own words. This is so you can avoid regurgitating information, and so that you actually learn something, basically, because if you write something down, you are much more likely to remember it. If you are learning about narrative writing in the subject English, so what does narrative writing do? It tells a story, it tells who, what, when. You write down the main points, the main things that you know you need to remember, and then that will not only help you stop procrastinating to actually read the information and memorize it, it'll make it much easier to memorize. Another tip that's really helped me to study even though I procrastinate a lot is number 2, to study in 15-minute intervals and then take a 5-minute break. So you would set a timer or just watch the clock if you prefer that, and make sure you absolutely do not leave your desk, do not leave the table while you're studying, and you just go at it until the timer goes off or until the time reaches 15 minutes. If you have a really hard time concentrating, this will absolutely help you, because 15 minutes doesn't seem like a long time. Half an hour, when you say it, it seems like a long time, but 15 minutes, that's just 5 more minutes than 10 minutes, and that's not a lot. It goes by quickly if you concentrate and you try your best. And then 5-minute breaks, you can get a glass of water, stand up, stretch, go outside, get some fresh air. That will also really help your brain to focus more. Tip number 3 is to use colorful markings and letterings and decorations stuff to kind of cement everything you're learning in your brain. If you have like a really creatively centered brain like mine, and you get bored when things just look really dull and lifeless, then this will help you. But don't go too overboard with it. I sometimes get too distracted and just end up doodling in my notes instead of actually studying, so just try to limit yourself to maybe making bubble letters around some kind of title, or making a little smiley face beside something, I don't know, and I think that will help you. I don't know, a little bit of a weird tip, but I just really enjoy doing this in my notes. Tip number 4 to help you avoid procrastination is to listen to music while you study. More preferably music without lyrics, because lyrics can actually distract you. I don't know, whatever your tastes are, just try to not make it music that you're just gonna stop to dance to, you know. Upbeat music is great, but just preferably music that doesn't need you to pay attention to it too much. Some people say that music will, no matter what, distract you, but I disagree. I think that when I'm doing math, which I despise, listening to music does help me concentrate on it a lot more. Tip number 5, the final tip, is to make lists and prioritize tasks. So if you really like lists in general and to-do lists like me, then this will be great for you. Just to break down whatever it is you need to do into very easy tasks so that you feel like, okay, I can do this. So you write down parts of a big project, and you would mark that as being something that needs to be done first because it's more important and due sooner, and then little tasks beside it. Whether or not you want to do the easier tasks first, I don't think that matters so much. Some people say do the harder tasks first, because if you don't, you'll just avoid doing them forever. I do get that. That's something that I would definitely do. But if you need to do the easier tasks first just to get the ball rolling and get into the studying mood, then you can do that too. And those are all my tips for how to study as a procrastinator, or at least tips that have helped me to study, even though I tend to procrastinate a lot. So again, thank you for watching, and thank you, Alex, for doing this collab with me. Make sure you do watch her video on procrastination on her channel because it will tie in very nicely with this one. And yeah, thanks for watching. See you next week.